Alright, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Well, as you can see in the title here, okay, it says, we'll consider that a firearm. Trump says rock-throwing migrants may be shot as armed invaders. Okay, and really, what he's trying to say is that they're really getting ready to start shooting and killing you Jakes. All right, and their reason for that, all right, is this: Trump is basically saying, all right, that these migrants, all right, who are gonna be who basically, if you throw rocks, at a U.S. Military or whoever's at the border, they're gonna consider that a firearm. And just like, so if somebody was to shoot at a cop, they have the quote unquote right to shoot back. All right, and that's what they're getting ready for. See, Trump is that man. Okay, the Lord put this guy in presidency, all right, for a reason, man. And he's hey, man, he's gonna be the Jacob call for a lot of you Israelites, man. Okay, because a lot of these migrants are Israelites. All right, and you're gonna see, man, and hey, them FEMA camps and all that, when they start shooting you down at the border and start rounding you up and your kids and sending you to concentration camps, then you're gonna see how real it is. All right, so it says the U.S. will adopt harsh Israeli-style tactics. All right, and what are those Israeli doing? All right, they're shooting down those I forget the name of that of the people, but they're basically shooting them down and killing them. And it says, and will treat migrants at the Mexican border as armed and dangerous invaders if they throw rocks at U.S. law enforcement. Donald Trump has stressed amid a mass military deployment. Okay, so man, things are about to get real. Okay, things are about to get real, man. All right, and you best believe it's not gonna stop here. All right, those FEMA camps, they're gonna be put into place. All right, and when they get ready and they come down with that great wrath, it's not gonna be only people at the border that are gonna be worrying about getting shot, man. A lot of you in these cities, all right, a lot of you Israelites who are just out here, man, you best believe, man, that time is coming, all right, where this devil's gonna show his horns. All right, and he's gonna mow you down, man. All right, he's gonna, boy, when they declare that martial law, and they bring them troops, it's over, man. It's over. So it says, while the U.S. Commander-in-Chief hopes the U.S. military, hopes in quotes, hopes the U.S. military will not have to engage the so-called migrant caravans with firearms once they reach the U.S. border. What does engage with firearms mean? You're gonna shoot their ass. All right. So it says, Trump stated that pelting the American forces with rocks will not be tolerated. Anybody throwing stones, rocks, like they did to Mexico, we will consider that a firearm. It's the military. I hope there won't be that, but I will tell you this: anybody throwing stones, rocks, like they did to Mexico, and the Mexican military, Mexican police, where they badly hurt police and soldiers of Mexico, we will consider that a firearm, because there is not much difference if you get hit in the face with a rock, Trump said to reporters. And what is that? That's basically giving the green light for them to start shooting them. All right. And who knows, man? They might just start sending them to concentration camps. Okay. It says, calling the caravans at present making their way towards the U.S. an invasion. An invasion. Wow. Okay. That has already managed to overrun the Mexican military and police forces. Trump stressed that the U.S. military is fully prepared to deal with criminals and other tough people in that crowd. These illegal caravans will not be allowed into the United States, and they should turn back now as they are wasting their time, he suggested, noting that many criminals and drug dealers are hiding in the crowd. And this is the narrative that they're pushing. Okay, but what's really going on here? You have these people, and they're trying to come to the U.S. Okay, but the U.S. is denying them, and it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna use force, all right, and weapons to stop them. But the scriptures speak about that. All right, real quick, I'm gonna just get to the point, but I'll come back to this scripture right here and go through it. All right, but just getting to the point. It says, 2 Ezra 15 verse 17. a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay, is that not what we're seeing here? They're desiring to come to the U.S. All right, but they're not going to be allowed to. Okay, and this also really goes for in the time of Jacob's trouble, man, when a lot of people, when they shut down these cities and lock down, all right, and you're stuck in wherever you are, you're gonna have a lot of people trying to escape from where they are, because we're really in a giant maze. All right, so if you notice the way the buildings are structured, in the projects and in ghettos and so on and so forth, where primarily a lot of Israelites are, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, is really set up as a confinement area. And when they lock that down, a lot of these Israelites are gonna go crazy, man. All right, they're gonna go barbaric. So it says, the U.S. leader. Oh, it says here. So this is not an innocent group of people. They've injured. They've attacked. The U.S. and notice how they always push. They what they do. They always push themselves being the victims, so they can have a reason to use an absurd amount of force. All right, to quote unquote justify why they're doing it. You know, oh, we got hit at Pearl Harbor. Let's drop an atomic bomb on them. Whoops. Says the U.S. leader also blamed the Democrats for creating a legal system which is being abused by those coming illegally to the United States, stressing that only those who qualify for asylum and go through the legal process will be allowed to stay. But how long is that going to take? You know, their conditions, all right, that they're going through, all right, it's not a suitable condition. That's why they're trying to leave, all right, and come over here. But how long is that going to take to go through that whole process, man? Okay, so it says, as part of the effort to secure the border, let me just put this on. Okay, it says as part of the effort to secure the border, Trump said that the U.S. is going to catch, but no longer release migrants. Whoa, what does that mean? They're gonna catch them, but no longer release them. So where do you think they're gonna take them when they catch them? Where do you think they're gonna take them when they catch them? Why do you think they've built all these FEMA camps and these private prisons and these Walmarts and so on and so forth? You know, man, it's coming, man. It says asylum is a very special protection intended for only those fleeing government persecution based on race, religion, and another protective status, he said, pointing out that not everybody making their strenuous journey to the U.S. will qualify. Mass uncontrolled immigration is especially unfair to many wonderful law-abiding immigrants already here. Like, he cares about that. As part of the dramatic named Operation Faithful Patriot, over 5,000 fully armed soldiers are currently being deployed to help some 2,000 National Guardsmen secure the 26 entry points along the 2,000-mile land border with Mexico. Trump and the Pentagon said they will not hesitate to deploy more troops if the need arises. While and don't be surprised if you know what I mean, you start seeing them detaining these quote unquote migrants, okay, and sending them to FEMA camps. All right, because it's in their agenda. They've planned it. It says while General Terrence O'Shaughnessy Shaughnessy, all right, if I'm pronouncing that right, of the U.S. Northern Command earlier noted that soldiers will understand the rules of interaction with migrants, which will be consistent with CBP rules of engagement. He failed to say whether troops will be allowed to use deadly force. All right, and now keep in mind, what are they saying? They're saying that Trump says throwing migrants may be shot as armed invaders. So they can easily portray the narrative of their lives being threatened, you know, because these migrants are getting violent. Therefore, they have to use deadly force. Trump seemed to shed a little bit more light on the leeway American soldiers will have against the caravans, which currently comprise roughly 6,500 people heading towards the U.S. The American approach seems to mimic the Israeli tactics used by the IDF to repel Palestinian. There we go, the Palestinian. Yep. Palestinian protesters at the border, denouncing them as armed and dangerous Hamas operatives. Ever since the Great March to Return, protests erupted on March 30th along the Israeli-Gazan border fence. The IDF has not been shy to use live ammunition and sniper fire to strike Palestinians, pelting rocks and try to breach Israeli border fences. Okay, so hey man, as the days go by, you see this guy right here. You see Trump showing his horns more and more. All right, because real quick, the scriptures say it, man. The time is coming. These Edomites know that they're running low on time. All right, and so like the scriptures say, Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Okay, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Why? Because there's destruction on only an evil is coming to this place. All right, except for the elect, the Lord is going to deliver them, but the rest of the world is doomed. For the devil has come down onto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that's why, as the days go by, the days are getting more and more evil, and Trump is showing his horns more and more. All right, so these things are gonna increase and magnify, and you're gonna see, all right, that the more and more controlling, all right, and forceful that the U.S. Government and the U.S. military gets against the civilians, all right, people are gonna understand, man. Your rights are gonna be more and more restricted, okay, and it's gonna be by force, okay. You're not gonna get a say. Freedom of speech, to hell with that, you know. You ain't freedom of expression. You ain't expressing nothing, okay. When they really turn the heat up, it's gonna be over, man. All right. So I'm gonna let me just read these precepts real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 14. All right. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, like we just read in Revelation. All right. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. All right. Because best believe those who are not of the elect, especially of the nation of Israel, the Lord has a death date for you. All right. The sword and destruction, man. That's what's coming. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right, going into the race wars and the class wars, because when chaos hits, that's what happens. All right, and tensions are already at an all-time high. For there shall be sedition among men, all right, uprising against the government, not taking heed and not caring, all right, what the government is saying, okay, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Why? Because when it comes to a time of need, all right, what the laws and all that stuff doesn't matter. Why do you think people rob banks and commit all these different crimes? Because when people are in a state of desperation, they're not considering laws and consequences, man. They're considering, how can I get myself in a better position? How can I live? How can I survive? Instincts first. That's how people think. So what the kings represent, the you know, those ruling, all right, your mayors and your presidents, and people are not gonna care about that. And that's why they're gonna need to use force by bringing them the martial law troops. The martial law troops, all right, to try and bring order and force, you know, or order with force. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, that's why it says sedition, man. People are gonna be doing whatever they want. In order for the government to stop that, they're gonna need to use a deadly force. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, like I read earlier. Okay, a lot of people are going to be trapped in the location where they're in. All right, and then hey, if there's no food there, all hell's breaking loose there, you're done. You know, it says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. All right, and a lot of people are prideful. Okay, they believe that nothing bad is ever going to happen. You know, they can just chill on their block, all right, all day, every day. You know, come out at 3 a.m. and play loud music and just think that sweet times are coming. All right, you try to warn them and they don't want to hear it. Guess what, man? The cities are going to be troubled. All right, that great trouble, that Jacob's trouble. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. All right, because guess what, man? When all hell's breaking loose and you're not assured of your life or your safety, a lot of people are going to be afraid. All right, it says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Why? Because of desperation. Okay, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, when it comes down to it, man, and people are like, look, man, I'm trying to survive. It doesn't matter how cool I've been with you for how long, because a lot of people are gonna resort to carnal means. They're gonna go barbaric. It's gonna be all out anarchy out here. Okay, because of the lack of bread, food, and great tribulation. People are gonna seek comfort and you know they're gonna try and get it at all costs. All right, so I ended with this precept here. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. All right, verse I started 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols." Exactly, because a lot of people, what, when they bring them troops, they don't come one or two or three. No, man, they come. That's why it's called troops. All right, they come in numbers, man. Now, if you ever see movies when they send the SWAT team and stuff, you see how many they come from helicopters. You like 50 of them in some small ass van. All right, but it's just like they come in multitudes, man. Okay, and they come and they'll take certain of you to FEMA camps and detention centers, like they're planning on doing to these quote unquote migrants. All right, it says and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. All right, those that want to work with Esau, the so-called white man, to basically catch their brothers. All right, their kinsmen. All right, sell them out, trade them, traders. Guess what, man? Regardless of what you do, you're still gonna face the same consequence as those that you sold, those that you turned your backs on. All right, because at the end of the day, you're still an Israelite. All right, and Esau doesn't care about you. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." All right, they shall be like madmen. Who? Those troops. All right, because there's such a thing called MK Ultra. You can look it up. All right, and with that, they're gonna shut down the emotions. All right, of these troops. All right, super soldiers. So they can shoot and kill babies. They can kill infants. They can kill old women, pregnant women, without feeling a thing. That's why it says sparing none. All right, they're gonna go ape. You know, they're like madmen. You know, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And not only that, but they man, whoever they're assigned to, whatever neighborhood they're assigned to, if that neighborhood is on the red list, all right, for destruction, man, they coming and they killing. "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." And where did they take them when they cast them out of their houses? To the FEMA camps. All right. It says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." Okay, so that's the times that is coming, man. Although it's going to be scary, there's going to be a balance. People are going to be dying, but the Lord is going to protect his elect. All right, and he's going to do something that's going to show, all right, that these are his chosen. Okay, but hey, this is only a further proven prophecy. All right, we're getting closer and closer to that time, man. So hey, that's what it is. So we'll wait and see, man. We'll wait and see, man, because Trump is definitely that guy, man. All right, Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash. Till next time, Shalom.